Today I'm going to show you 5 ways to make your videos more engaging, more interesting, less boring. So I'm probably a lot like you. I have a small business, I blog, and I want more traffic to my website. I don't have a very big budget. I have a really tiny budget actually. So I have to do everything myself. Does that sound familiar? I have spent the last week with a professional filming company who actually makes videos and movies and TV shows. And I got to watch firsthand what they did to make TV shows more interesting. Everyone says that it's really easy to put up a video on YouTube, and it is. One, you're supposed to find a good topic that's highly searched for on Google or YouTube. Then you get your webcam or your flip cam out and you make a short 2 to 3 minute video, right? There's only one problem. A lot of times the topics that you and I need to cover are just boring. There's no shots of cute babies or cute dogs or people getting hit in the head by a ball or falling off of a roof. You risk losing your viewers' attention and they end up clicking away before the video is even finished. So what do? How do you turn an otherwise boring video into a more engaging one that's not only interesting and informative, but educational? The answer to that question can be found by watching some of the more successful and more viewed videos on YouTube more closely. The makers of those videos know a secret about the human psyche. They know that people on the net have a very short attention span, and because of that they get bored easily. They know that the longer you watch a video, the more your attention wavers. Down, 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 down. So what they do is create visual and audio breaks in the video. Now, before I tell you what it is, let me tell you why it works. This works to keep the viewers more engaged and more interested because every time you create a break in your video, either through audio or visual, you reset their attention. There are several ways that you can create this visual and audio break. So you have to kind of just use your common sense and know which type of cut or break in the video is going to work for you. The first type of break you can put in your video is called a cut. Not a paper cut, not a knife either. A cut in your video. It works like this. You're just watching one clip. The viewer's attention is going to go down and down and down. But every time you cut the video like this and like this, it forces the viewer's mind to reset their attention. And as they watch it, they go down and down and down. So what you do is reset. So this type of technique lends itself well to a talking head like I am. I'm just talking right now. And what it requires is for you to basically move myself like this and say something, and then say something over here. And I'll use my software to cut the pieces in between so that you can just see me here. And as I move from here to here, I cut out the middle piece and you end up with me here. So that is called a cut. All right, the second thing you can do to create a break in your video is something called B-roll. B-roll is a term I learned by hanging out with professional filmographers, people who actually do this for a living. And what B-roll is basically footage of another video that you can lay right here. And you can either have it sit right here like this or take up the whole screen. And you would want to do that to explain a situation, and that way I can just keep talking and you can actually see what I'm talking about rather than just having me talk to you. So it's a visual break that explains a feeling or emotion or a process or a product or something. The second kind of B-roll can just be a screen capture. That would work well probably with software, you know, showing somebody how to move around in WordPress or giving a software demonstration, and you just screen capture it with a program like Camtasia. The next thing you can do to break up your video is insert effects. So this would work well if you're just doing you're a talking head like me again, or you're doing a software review. You can add little arrows and things like that. I won't show you that. I think Adrian Smith of adriansmith.net uses that technique quite well actually. I'll show you some other techniques which you're going to see in this B-roll, so check it out. Text. Images. Bulleted lists. Next, sound effects. You could add music to set the stage. If I want the viewer to think of something calm, like I'm sipping some tea here, I would play music. I could also use sound effects. For instance, if I do something shocking, that's a sound effect. And that creates a break in the video, and it forces your viewer to re-snap again their span of attention. Tonality. Now, this isn't really one of those techniques I've been talking about where you create a break in the video, like I just did right there. Tonality is the way that you speak to somebody. Now, if you notice, I'm talking to you with a little bit more tonality. My voice is going up and down, and I'm trying to smile, and I'm keeping engaged, and I'm looking at you. A lot of videos I've seen on YouTube, the person behind the camera just isn't comfortable, and to be honest, I wasn't very comfortable the first time I did a video. I talked like this. Hi, my name is Annie, and this is me making a video right now, not talking with any tonality. But if I change that around and I say, hi everybody, my name is Annie, and I'm from AnnieAndretti.com, aka Practical Adventurology. That's much better, I think. And that's another way that you can keep your viewers engaged and elicit emotion and just make your video shine and a little bit more polished.
Cuts and transitions. I'm not talking about paper cuts, I'm talking about cutting one scene to another scene.
Boring! That is not good. And I think that if you want people to be more engaged with your video, you should definitely add some cuts and breaks to your video, sound effects, anything you can do. But to do that, you're going to have to learn to edit your video. And yes, it does take a little bit more time, but I think it's worth it. Thank you very much, and hope all your videos are engaging and become viral.